I'm sitting here today with Jean Carroon, our recipient of the Susan Park President's Award for Excellence. How do you define preservation, and what does being a preservationist mean to you?
Well, preservation is a very loaded word, and it is a word that is pretty much unique to the United States. So I try actually to talk more about heritage and less about preservation. Within the United States, however, to say I'm a preservation architect helps people understand that I work on heritage buildings and historic buildings.
Jean is a person who I think is incredibly purpose-driven in every imaginable way. Preservation work she does, and sustainability work, I think comes from a very deep place for her. And I think that that kind of passion that she has draws other people. I think her legacy here is both one of having contributed to remarkable projects, but also one of being a mentor to young architects beginning their careers through guidance, mentorship over a very long period of time.
She really has brought up a lot of their portfolio for the existing buildings. And then once you get here, it's really a direct one-on-one with the special project. She's leading it. She's client-facing. She really knows how to tell the building story and be able to inspire others around to appreciate that building story.
Oh yes, I love stories. I'm a big reader, and I love the fact that we're setting up the spaces for people that are coming after us. So we're just one little story in the middle of a long stream of stories.
Climate change initiatives, sustainability, adaptive use, why has that been such a crux?
We all want a world that's healthy for our children, and healthy for our elders, and healthy for ourselves. There's a very robust conversation happening about how we achieve that. What does that mean? I want to reuse buildings and reduce our material consumption. So I went into architecture with that mindset and evolved into an architect that works on existing buildings. A healthy world takes care of what already exists, and that's what we do here. Trinity Church, designed by H.H. Richardson and with decorations by John Lafarge, is of course one of the most important buildings in the United States, and some would say the world. So being part of the stewardship for that is an honor beyond imagining, only eclipsed by the honor of receiving this award from the Boston Preservation Alliance. Over the 20 years we've worked with Trinity, because it's such an important building, because it has such timeless beauty, our stewardship of Trinity Church looks forward in the assumption that this building will be here in 1,000 years. Trinity was an unusual client back 25 years ago because they were very committed to strong documentation and willing to spend time doing research and study. We monitored the interior of the church for a full year before we did the restoration, and again after the restoration, in order to check humidity and temperature and the stability of what was happening. The church still has monitors on it. They are really a very extraordinary client because of their willingness to understand stewardship as a part of the whole. Goody Clancy loves transforming buildings. We love surprising people with how extraordinary the design transformation can be. The power of design in changing a building from what people remember it to what it really unleashing its potential. The Alan and Sherry Leventhal Center at Boston University, which won a Boston Preservation Alliance Award in 2015, is a prime example of that. It was a building that was fairly dark inside, that was closed in, and now it is a beacon for student activity. Has a lovely glass addition that connects the building and Boston University to the river. Is a place that students can gather and have great flexibility before they start the campus tours or come back and have campus presentations. That's what great clients and great buildings and great design can do. When I graduated from high school, most of the Ivy Leagues did not allow women to study architecture. Yale didn't accept women. Goody Clancy is part of a program through the city that brings in public high school students for design weeks, for design summers. We want people to be aware of what this is as a profession, and we want to try and make it more attainable, because the more we can diversify our design community and our design thinking, the more we can build and design places that are responsive to the communities that they serve.
She's really invested in saving the buildings and saving the environment, and so it's been this great combination of those two, and she's really good at teaching that to the next generation of people coming in.
I love urban spaces and I love cities, and I particularly love Boston because it's so walkable and because the scale of it is so comfortable for me. Organizations like the BPA have helped to hold on to some really critical component pieces of it. Citizen advocacy is a huge part of the United States preservation movement. It's what founded the movement, and it's what continues to sustain it.